Hey YouTube, it's Lego Fox Bricks, and I am very pleased to be showing you the 6th edition to the Lego
Lost Clone
series, which is a production that Clone Lug, Clone Lego Users Group, if you didn't know what the acronym of LUG stands for, and I've been teasing this for quite a while on my channel, and finally it's here. Okay, so I'll quickly run you through the previous storyline of the series. So in the 5 previous mocks, these 2 clones have been stranded on Caloria, and they have been attacked by bounty hunters, captured by bounty hunters. They've escaped. One of the clones unfortunately died, and now they finally, well, the last clone has finally made his way to what he doesn't know yet, but it's a deserted separatist base. So he'll soon find out that it is a deserted separatist base, and he'll be trying to get some communication to the Republic to get a ship in to come and pick him up. Okay, now that I've given you a brief backstory of this mock, I'll give you another brief little bit of backstory for the entire construction of this mock. So this mock has taken ages. It's the largest mock I have on my channel, which I'm very happy to say, and I hope to be making larger and larger mocks as my channel progresses and my building skills get better. So I'm always glad to be doing new things for myself and the community who watches me, so that's pretty cool. This mock is quite tall and it uses a very large amount of pieces. I've made countless bricklink orders to finish this, and I think it's really better off by me making all of those orders. So anyway, let's get into the mock. Okay, let's do a zoom out. You're starting to see the scope of the mock. I think I'll actually have to pull my stand back a bit. And there it is. The mock. Okay, so as you can see, it's a very large mock. It consists of 2 main parts. 1, this large base area, and 2, this mountain. There's also this small bit of, I guess, the edge of the forest, and a dried up creek, because Caloris is a mining planet, and that's what the Separatists would be doing here. So, yes. I'll give you a closer look at the front. As you can see, the front consists of major formations. There is this bit of, I guess you could call it a track. It's probably just pushed into the bush though. And there's this bit of communication equipment, or water, moisture evaporator, moisture collector, moisture farming device, I don't know. It's just something that look cool. You can also see in this area there is lots of forest, lots of foliage, and you can see I've put in a palm tree, which is a cool custom design of mine, and I'm very happy with it. If we go back down here, you can see that there's grass and palm fronds that have come off the tree, and there's just lots of detail. Now going back into this area, there is a bit of a bridge that runs across the dried out stream here. So this stream would have once been luscious, but it's been destroyed because of all of the mining. And then as we go closer, we can see a deactivated and a bit destroyed clone, sorry, not clone, droid commando. So the Separatists have decommissioned all of their droids that were here, and they've just been left. So you can see that I've used lots of techniques to get a very nice look for this area. I wanted it to be a bit of a mix of the Imperial bunkers, but that was just a design choice, and there are separatist places that do have Imperial design choices. Then we go up, we can see that one red light in the middle, and then we come to the hardest bit of the building to create, and this is this slanting roof and two top command centers. So that was quite hard to achieve, and you can also see that the entire base is on multiple angles. So there's, once we go inside, around 4-5 angles that really have to all match up, and it was very, very time-taking to work it all out, and it was very hard. As you can see, this mock actually goes out of my studio, so I may have to invest in some bigger pieces of background as I make bigger and bigger mocks. So this area up here is a roof, which I'll show you in more detail soon, and then there is this Monstrous Mountain, which I really like the look of. I've put a lot of time into making it look really cool, and I think I've achieved the look I was going for. You can see its profile from the side in a minute, and you'll see the look that I was really going for, but it looks really cool. And then there's just a few vines and things growing on the top to show how dilapidated and old this mock is. Okay, I feel like now is a good time to go to another side. And this is about as much of the mock that I can get in from its sideward view. So you can see if I go up slightly, it does go out of my studio once again. So yes, it is a very big mock. Now you can see from the side what real look I was going for with all of this terrain, the rock work on the mountain. I wanted it to look like it was really just jutting out at odd places, as if it had gone through a lot of different types of environmental factors, like just the weather, lots of rock eating down on it, and because, as I said, Colorus and Caloria are mining planets, and this is set in Caloria, this would have gone through a lot of that kind of background. Now you can start to see a little bit of the inside of the base, so I'll move right on to that. And now you can see most of the glorious interior of the base. There is still a bit of space up there that I will show you soon, but let's just get on to the main interior detailing. So if we go down here, we can see that there's what I would call a little bit of a droid repair station, or maybe experimentation station. I just decided to put it in because I had some spare space and I thought it would look cool. You can also see up here that there's some cool greebling for the roof detail. I wanted it to look special and just different from other mocks that I've seen prior. Here you can see a bit of a hallway, and because this is a mining base, there is lots of storage crates everywhere, and because it's been left for a while, I wanted to make it look really dilapidated and like it had a lot of stuff that was just left at a very quick pace. You can see that I've put some greebling into the floor, so that looks very cool. Now we come to the first major new angle of the base. You can see as I come here that that entire wall slants very sideward. So it's going at maybe a I'd say probably 120 degree angle from where it's flat, and that plays into then the next angle, which is probably 160 degrees. So yeah, two major angles there to get the look that I wanted. Here you see there is a working elevator, so I'll show you that a bit closer in a second. But I'll first just go over the major design features of this mock and then show you what works. You can see there's multiple platforms and layers that the droids in the space can go on. There's lots of just small greebling like these controls for the elevator or such thing, and just some cool bits of detail on the roof. There's also this crane here, which it's not particularly useful because it's not meant to work, but it adds a really nice look to the base, and I think it looks pretty cool, so I'm happy with that. If we come down here again, we can just see the massive amounts of crates and other miscellaneous items that are here. You can see the doors here, they do open, but once again, such as the elevator, I'll show you the working features soon. You can also see back here, which we'll take a closer look at in a second, are the two command stations I was talking about before, and then how it all comes up to the roof. So I think the greebling worked out really well for this mock, and it just looks pretty cool in my opinion. It's all up to what you think though, so don't take my word for it. And now we're on the other side of the open back base. Let's get in and take a closer look like we did on the other side. So here we go down. So you can see just the sheer number of random crates I made. That was one of the funnest part of the build actually. Once I'd finished all of it, which was about 4 days ago, I just started creating heaps and heaps and heaps of crates, and it was really fun to just see what I could make out of the pieces I had available. You can see that the crane also has crates and I guess what you could call an engine on it. Now let's have a nice long look at these. So you can see here that the command center has 2 levels. The first level is the lesser level, so it would have the lower ranking officers on there and would be used for lower jobs. And the higher is the main command center and would have been used for just like the main command, and if there was a separatist general here, he would of course be stationed on this top command center. Again, you can see all of the very nice greebling I've put into this, and it just really looks pretty cool. You can also see the controls for the door here, and because this is a mining base, I decided to put some different looks of canisters and cables and pipes, I guess, to just indicate that there is lots of work going on, and I guess they could be mining these kind of resources from the mines on Caloria. Okay, now I will show you the roof of this great mock. You can see the roof of this cool mock has some pretty nice details. Of course, just in my opinion, but if we come closer in here, you can see that I've tiled the entirety of the roof. And then there's these cool, what I guess you could call maybe part of a shield generator or something such, vents or something, on the very top of the roof. If we come closer here, we can see this foliage and vines creeping over the base. And there's also that battle droid which has been overgrown with moss. You can also see a few antennas around this area because I wanted it to look like there were some communication things on the top of the base. So that's pretty cool. Now if we have an aerial look of the base, we can see just the cool amount of work that I've put into making the foliage on this part of the base look realistic, as well as just the cool bird's eye view of the entirety of the base. Okay, now I think I'll get on to showing you the features that I have built into this. The first major feature of this mock are the sliding doors. So you can see them opening from this side. They both open and they close in that particular shaped center. So they open up that far, or that far if we're being more realistic. So that lets you have good access into the base, and it looks pretty cool in my opinion. I originally actually started off with a much smaller base intention, and my doors were very small and they wouldn't have let even a decent sized speeder through, but because I decided to enlarge them so they are more practical and seem like they'd actually exist in universe, they now are larger and they just look cooler in general. So I'm glad I made that decision. Now let's have a look at them from the back. You could see through the back of the base that any troops inside would have a really clear view of the exterior if they were looking through the door, and it does look very nice to just see the doors opening and closing from interior and exterior. Or even just like starting to open. It looks pretty cool. Now the next major feature of the mock is my working elevator, which I think is pretty cool, and I'm glad I added the feature in because, you know, elevators are always interesting to look at in bases, and mine is no exception, I hope. So we can see here that this would just be a freight elevator, so its main purpose is to carry the freight, such as is on there now, up and down from each level to each other level. So we can move this thing up. I just need to realign some of the main blocks here. So I'll just show you how it works. So you can see that the elevator can go down to the floor and you could unload your freight there. So that's pretty interesting. And then we can just start to make the trip up, and it goes pretty well. If we want to be stuck at this level, I made some little stoppers here, so I can just put these out and it should stop the elevator at that level. Sorry about that being off camera, but they're just these things here. So then we can take the elevator up onto the next level, which is this top level here. It's being a bit blocked by that droid that was decommissioned and hanging there. And then we can just chuck these small latches out to fix the elevator at that top level. And you can unload your crates here if you want to. So yeah, that's the elevator, and it looks pretty nice without the elevator in this area too. Just looks like a nice shaft, and I'm just overall very pleased, and I hope you really enjoy it because I really did make this mock for you guys. Okay, let's just have a final look at it, and here is the monolith in all its glory, just staring right at you. I'm sorry I'm talking so highly of it. I know there's probably many flaws, and actually I see many myself, but I'm just really happy with it. I think I did a pretty good job in just creating my vision into this Lego form, and I want to make many more of these mocks that are to this standard and this large. So thanks for watching, and just to end out this video, I think I'll show you a few of my cargo types that I've created for this whole mock. So let's just do that. Okay, so here's just a little bit of an overview of all of the bits of crate and containers and such that I've created for this mock. I thought I'd show you this just in case you wanted a more in-depth look on how to make any of these. So if you do, just like comment in the comment section below and just ask me to show you which one of these you'd like to see in-depth tutorial on how to make. So I just created these pretty simply. It's really easy to make crates and random things to go around your bases. It's like the most simple thing. So good luck with trying to make your own, and as I said, if you have any queries about these, contact me in the comment section below. Okay, so as I said before, thanks for watching, and I thought I'd just tell you to stay on all of the Clone Lug channels, because we're planning another series of mocks if this series goes well. So, you know, watch all of the videos multiple times over would be great. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the mock. Please go see all of the other Clone Lug mocks, and goodbye.